Literary sources. The art of writing took a very long time to develop into modern form of writing. The past writing took a very long time to develop into modern form of writing, developed in modern writing. In other words, it passed through several stages before acquiring its present form. Before acquiring its present form, now we are using the writing in past form to now we are using it. Took a very long time to get to that writing. Various scripts being to be used in different parts of the world. A different script had been used in different parts of the world after the development of writing. These scripts subsequently took the form of new language, and these scripts took the form of new language in different religions. Use of new languages developed the art of literature in different part of the world, and the different type of language turns into different art of literature in different part of the world. The first literary source developed in the form of manuscripts. The first literary source developed in a manuscript which were handwritten, and it was handwritten document of the past time before books were made. Manu is a Latin word which means hand. With the help of our hand, early manuscripts were written in the form of books, mainly on the palm leaves. The old manuscript mainly written on the palm leaves, barks of birch tree, parchment, papyrus, etc. Later on, they were written on paper. After China discovered the paper, invented paper, and then the manuscript were written on paper. Although many manuscripts got destroyed over the year, and moreover, many manuscript was destroyed over the year. Some of these are still preserved in temples, and some of them are still having in the temple, monasteries, and archives. The earliest writings were developed in Mesopotamia. The earliest writing was developed in Mesopotamia. Mesopotamian writing were known as cuneiform. Due to the availability of clay in abundance, the Mesopotamians used damp clay tables for writing. They formed wedge like characters by pressing reed stylus into damp clay slabs, which were later dried hard under the sun. Their texts usually consisted of economic and administrative documents. Ancient Egyptians used a reed plant named papyrus for writing. Their scripts are known as hieroglyphics. Ancient Chinese used bamboo strips for writing, while ancient Indians used palm leaves and strips of birch barks for writing purposes. Ancient Europeans used the skin of animals or parchment, which were very expensive. The Chinese invented paper in around 105 AD, which made writing easier afterwards. Literary source reveals important information regarding social, political, religious, economical, as well as cultural life of the past time. In India, Prakrit, Pali, Sanskrit, and Tamil were the main language which were used in writing ancient literature. These were regional language and largely determined the nature of literature. The use of Sanskrit language is in writing epic like Ramayana, Mahabharata, and the Gita suggest that these were written in northern of India, where Sanskrit was the main religion language. On the other hand, Sela Padhakkikaram and Mani Mekalai were written in Tamil languages. These books de- dealt with the life of southern Indian peoples. Literary sources have been divided into two categories: religious literature and non-religious or secular literature. Religious literature deal with religious writing like Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads, Buddhist Tripitakas, and Jain Angas are significant ancient Indian religious literature. Vedas are the earliest recorded text of the Aryans. Notably, most of the religious literature contain detail regarding ritual prayers and religious practices followed by the people in the ancient times. Then secular literature comprises of worldly things and not of people of the contemporary age. Stories, play, poem, biographies of king, accounts of foreign travelers, as well as books on science and politics from a part of secular literature. Books like Dharmashastra and Kautilya's Arthashastra and biographies such as Harish, Harish Harshacharita by Bana Bhatt are some examples of secular literature. Apart from these, many dramas and poems written by the famous writers such as Kalidas, who wrote Abhijana Shakuntala and Meghdut, as well as folk tales such as Panchatantra written by Vishnu Sharma, book of law such as Manu Smriti and Sangam literature are also important examples of ancient secular literature. Account of foreign travelers such as Greek ambassador Megasthenes, who wrote Indica during the reign of Chandragupta Maurya, as well as writing of Chinese travelers such as Fa and Huan Tsang, also tell us about the social, economical, and political life of people of contemporary time. Secular literature is more rational and scientific in its approach. Thank you, class.